New this morning, the man accused of causing a crash that killed a local teacher while trying to flee federal agents is expected in court today. 38-year-old Oscar Lopez is scheduled to appear before a Chatham County judge this afternoon. Investigators with the Chatham County Police Department say Lopez was trying to run from a traffic stop initiated by ICE agents when he crashed into another car driven by Dr. Linda Davis, a teacher at Hess K-8 school. Lopez faces several charges, including first-degree homicide by vehicle, reckless driving, and driving without a valid license.
A local family faces an uncertain future after a traffic stop turned into ICE custody for the father. The mother is now speaking out about the challenges of keeping her family together and what happens next. Annalise Foster says she and her partner Pedro were driving when they were stopped for a broken taillight. The officer questioned Pedro, who originally immigrated from Mexico and has spent the last 2 decades in the United States. He was arrested that day and later taken into ICE custody. He has spent the last few months at the Folkston ICE Center. Foster understands Pedro did come here illegally, which comes with consequences, but says he's a hardworking man and a loving father.
Oh, he's not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We've all made mistakes, but he's just somebody that wants to just be with his family. Every now and then he'll say things like, I wish Dad was here for this, or I wish my dad was here for that. And it gets really emotional for me.
Their family is now working to figure out what's next. Foster says if Pedro is sent back to Mexico, they'll follow, but they're hoping that doesn't happen as their lives were built here.
In the Lowcountry, a man working to get legal status in the United States is now out of thousands of dollars on what police are calling a scam. Helton Joel Carrero detailed in a police report how he signed on with a lawyer he found online to help his immigration case. The fees started piling up after the attorney said he needed $800 for the online hearing and a total of $3,800. On top of that, he needed $2,000 for a waiver, $1,000 more for an appeal, in $800. He says when he got suspicious, Carrero did more research and found out there was a lawyer by that name in the Miami area, but then discovered they had passed away. Investigators say it's fraud and obstruction of justice, but they couldn't find the lawyer themselves. They recommend you do your research before ever giving anyone money, especially someone who claims to be a legal expert.
6:03 right now as you look live out there this morning looking at the riverfront. Alyssa Carsley's here right now with your weather on the 3s. Alyssa, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ben. We're starting off the day with very warm temperatures outside. That's all ahead of a cold front that's now beginning to push into western Georgia, inching closer to the coastal empire and low country, though here locally we're not tracking a drop of rain. That will quickly change though as we head past sunrise this morning into the mid-morning hours, continuing into the early afternoon. And as this line has been making its way into western Georgia, it's still packing a little bit of a punch with multiple severe thunderstorm warnings down that cold front. I wouldn't be surprised if it still maintains some of that intensity as it reaches our far inland communities, but it is going to gradually weaken as it continues to track its way eastward. Now overall, just make sure you have the umbrella around by mid-morning into the early afternoon as that chance of rain does become likely. Now outside the rain, we start off warm today, and then we're looking at our high temperatures to be back right around, or at least closer to average for this time of year, in the low to mid 70s, with that high today in Savannah at 75 degrees, 72 degrees for that high today in Metter. So coming up in the complete Storm Team 3 forecast, we'll time out those rain showers and of course talk about the cool down that moves in overnight.
Alyssa, thank you. New developments now. Dramatic video out of Emmanuel County shows a massive brush fire spreading through a junkyard Wednesday afternoon. The person who sent us this video says it started at Charles Haddon Wrecking Yard between Twin City and Swainsboro. Emmanuel County Sheriff Jeff Brewer says the fire jumped from car to car. Multiple fire departments have responded to help battle those flames. Helicopters are also making water drops in the area as crews work to get it all under control. We'll continue to keep you updated with new details on air and online.
We are learning more this morning about the Bryan County couple found shot to death in their home earlier this week. Family members are now sharing details about the lives of Kenneth Lanier and his wife Rhonda. Investigators say a couple was found dead inside their Pembroke home Sunday while deputies were tracking the suspect. Anthony Forney, who fled the scene, led deputies on a high-speed chase and later shot himself. The couple, both Savannah natives, would have celebrated their 50th anniversary in October. Kenneth worked 40 years at the Georgia Ports Authority training crane operators and enjoyed hunting and time with his grandsons. Rhonda was a devoted mother and grandmother who loved cooking for her family and cheering on her grandson's sports teams. We have more details online on our website at WSAV.com.
Happening now, the Georgia Senate just passed a bill that would broaden the state stand your ground law. That's the law that shields some people from prosecution if they use lethal force to protect themselves. State Senator Brian Strickland of McDonough says the bill is needed to ensure those accused of crimes are presumed innocent until found guilty. The bill would allow people to claim immunity from prosecution soon after they're charged. Also, cases involving claims of self-defense would only move forward if there is clear and convincing evidence of a crime. The bill now heads over to the State House.
6 minutes after 6 o'clock right now. Happening today, this week marks a special birthday for an organization that began right here in Savannah.
The Girl Scouts are celebrating 114 years since the organization was founded by Juliette Gordon Low in 1912. WSAV's Genevieve Lund is live at the Girl Scout headquarters downtown with more on the legacy that started with just a small group of girls and has now grown into a worldwide movement. Genevieve, good morning.
Good morning. Savannah isn't just part of the Girl Scout story. This is where it all began. More than a century ago, Juliette Gordon Low started the very first Girl Scout troop right here in the hostess city. And since then, the movement has grown into a large amount of Girl Scouts. More than 2 million are members today. And also today, the city where it all began is celebrating its birthday. Today marks the anniversary of when Juliette Gordon Low founded the first Girl Scout troop in Savannah in 1912 with just 18 girls. Over the past 114 years, the organization has grown globally while focused on building girls of confidence and character. It offers programs that range from outdoor adventure, entrepreneurship, STEM education, and community service. Savannah continues to hold a special place in that history, welcoming Girl Scouts from across the country who come and see where the organization began. And for many girls involved today, being part of the organization means carrying that legacy forward.
It means that you can continue the legacy on. It means that it's never ending. It means that when I have kids and my kids have kids, that it's going to keep on going, and it's a never ending cycle. My favorite thing so far is cookie season. I love the cookies. I love selling the cookies. I love being an entrepreneur.
A public birthday celebration will take place this morning from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. at the historic first headquarters on Drayton Street, the same site where some of the earliest Girl Scout meetings were held. And today's celebration brings that history full circle, honoring those of the past, inspiring future Girl Scouts to come. Reporting here at the modern day headquarters, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Thank you, Genevieve. St. Patrick's Day in Savannah is known for traditions, parades, parties, and plenty of green, but police warn a few small mistakes could turn your celebration into a costly fine. Take a look at this. It's a list of violations showing what those mistakes could cost you. Most fines start around $100, with public indecency carrying some of the highest penalties. If you're drinking outside, alcohol cannot be in its original container. It must be in a 16-ounce clear cup. Public drinking is allowed in festival and to-go cup zones or on businesses' property. Enforcement begins this Friday. Penalties can range from citations to jail time, depending on the violation.
And Chatham Area Transit will have service changes on St. Patrick's Day on Tuesday from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. There will be zero fare for fixed routes, and Paratransit, Cat Connect, and Paratransit will run their normal operations, while fixed routes are on a modified schedule. The ferry will only serve the convention center, and the Waving Girl landings, the Dot Shuttle, will not operate on Tuesday. And to get you ready for St. Patrick's Day, we have everything you need online at WSAV.com/St. Pat's.